Ravani from Vadodara, Gujarat, holding student ID as WRO 0761056, and I am CA finalist. So, today I am here to give a brief about a topic which has been a very favorite topic of the people studying direct text, of course, to the entire CA students community. So, the topic is section number 54. Any idea what the section number 54 is on? So, I have already written it on the board. Section number 54 is profit on sale of property used for residence. To all the students who have pursued their articleship somewhere, we all know that clients earn huge amount of capital gain. Let's take amount of 20 lakh, 25 lakh, and it's a quite hefty amount. Now, our purpose is to save that tax, to give them the ways through which they can save that payment of taxation. Section 54 helps us for the same. What does it say? Let's take an example. But before that, just getting a brief. This section is only applicable to individuals and HUFs. That is individual or HUFs, Hindu undivided family. Let's take an example. I own a residential house property. Now, on the transfer of this residential house property, let's take an instance. I purchased a residential house property in the year 2014, and today, as on 2023, I want to sell this residential house property. Or let's say I have purchased in 10 lakhs. Today I am getting 60 lakhs. So this 50 lakhs hefty capital gain. How to save this? So our Income Tax Act has given various ways to exempt the tax which arises on the profit on sale of property used for residence. Generally, it is observed that it is long-term in nature. Correct? And how I can get this long-term capital gain exempt under section 54. In order to do that, I need to invest this amount of capital gain. As in our example, it was I purchased the property for 10 lakhs, I sold for 50 lakhs. So the amount of 40 lakhs, how will I save this? So, Income Tax Act has given some ways. I need to do an investment. Now, is it okay if I just go for an investment? So no, there are certain conditions stated. First one being purchase of any one investment within 1 year before the transfer of the capital asset, that is original residential house property, or within 2 years after the date of the transfer of original capital asset. So, if I have sold my property today, so either 1 year before today or 2 years after from now, I need to invest this capital gain. Correct? The second way through which I can get the exemption of section 54 is construction of any one residential house property within 3 years. So, just note the words purchase and construction. If I wanted to construct a new residential house property, the time limit for the same is 3 years. However, if I am purchasing a residential house property, it is within 1 year before the date or within 2 years after the date. What if I sold my house property? I want to save my capital gain. I am searching for a new residential house property here and there. But do you think it is an easy task? Of course not. It takes months and it might take years. What to do in that case? amount of LTCG either before due date of ROI or before filing of ROI in CGD account. What if I earned this 40 lakhs? Let's say today I went and opened a CGD account. I deposited that this 40 lakhs of LTCG. But now, after the end of maximum of 3 years, I do not invest this amount anywhere either. So there are basically two cases. Either I took out the amount, that is I did the withdrawal and I misused this. I misrepresented this. What will happen in this case? The LTCG will be charged in the very same previous year in which this misuse has happened. And what if I did not invest it in any investment within 3 years? Simply that 40 lakhs of amount will be considered as a long-term capital gain in that year. Now, what's interesting in this? What one of my friends did is that he sold his residential house property, let's say today. He bought one more residential house property, let's say after 2 months, and he invested the entire amount of 40 lakhs of LTCG in new residential house property. Now, he acting smart, what he did, he sold another residential house property before the completion of 3 years and he earned one more LTCG. Is it possible? So, section 54 says no. There is a lock-in period of 3 years from the date of acquisition of the new property or from the date of construction of the new property. Basically, I cannot sell that my new property, the second residential house property which I bought, for 3 years from the given time. And just to clear you out, these residential house properties need to be in India. Then comes one more thing. What will be the amount of capital gain, that is LTCG, exempt? Let's say I earned LTCG of 40 lakh rupees and I bought a new investment of, let's say, 50 lakh rupees. So, in this case, my investment is more than my LTCG. So, my entire LTCG will be exempted and it won't be charged under section 45. But, let's say, my LTCG was 40 lakhs, right? And I invested just 30 lakh rupees in a new investment. So, the LTCG exempt under section 54 would be the amount of investment and the rest would be charged as per section 45 of the Income Tax Act. One more interesting point about this section is that if amount of LTCG or transfer of residential house property is less than or equal to 2 crores, if the amount of investment, that is the amount of LTCG on transfer of residential house property, is less than or equal to 2 crores, then I have an option to invest in 2 residential house properties. Correct? And my both of these residential house properties will be read as per Income Tax Act as one residential house property. But the point to be noted here is that the amount of LTCG has to be less than or equal to 2 CR. So this was all about section 54. Very important section for our clients to help them take the exemption of capital gains and of course for our CA exams. So let's take a quick snippet in 2 to 3 minutes. Section 54 can be only used by individual or HUL. So let's say I am a company, ABC Company Limited, I cannot take the benefit of section number 54. The transfer has to be of the residential house property, and there are three conditions for the investment. Either purchase of any one residential house property within 1 year before the date of transfer of actual asset, or within 2 years after the date of transfer of actual asset. If you want to go for construction of any one residential house property, so it is within 3 years. Or else, if we are confused where to invest and what to do, so we can deposit this amount in CGT account on or before the given and prescribed time limits, and not to forget that 2 crores limit. One simple question before ending today's lecture. Let's take an example. I'm a company ABC Limited, and I sold a residential house property. I earned a gain of rupees 2 lakhs, and I constructed within 3 years. I have satisfied all the conditions. Am I eligible for the exemption of section 54? To the audience, I'm talking. Of course not. Because the very basic point was that I'm a company, and only individual or HUFs are eligible. Let's take one more example. I earned a capital gain, long-term capital gain of 30 lakh rupees. What I did is, I invested in residential house property A, 20 lakhs, and in residential house property B, 10 lakhs. Is it valid? Will I get the exemption under section 54? Of course, yes. Why? Because of that option available. That is, if amount of LTCG is less than or equal to 2 CR, then we can buy 2 residential house properties. Let's take one last example. I earned LTCG of 2.5 CR. I invested 1.5 CR in residential house property X and 1 CR in residential house property Y. Will I be able to avail the benefit of section 54? Well, this question is interesting. Some of you might say yes, some of you might say no. But this exemption of section 54 can be availed for either of the RHPs. Either for residential house property X or either for residential house property Y, because the gain earned by you is more than 2 CR and you have invested it in 2 RHPs. So, of course, this has to be done either of the ways, either in X or either in Y. The one more important thing about this section is that I am repeating again and again in the entire session. It's the transfer. The original asset has to be residential house property, and the investment has to be in residential house property. If I am buying shares, I am buying bullions, I cannot avail the benefit of section number 54. With this, I would like to conclude myself. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. Thank you so much. Let me know if any doubts. And with this, signing off, Nishita Arwal. Thank you.